Right. So first going to jump into it. Kevin Kopps, pitcher for the San Diego Padres and their organization. Man that needs no introduction. One of the most dominant pitchers in our era of college baseball, in my opinion. Kevin, how are you doing today, man?
Good. I'm happy to be here. I'm a little tired. Couldn't really fall asleep last night.
Yeah, understand that. On the road here in Missouri, playing in Springfield, correct?
No, we're at home. Yeah.
Oh, you're at home. My bad. I'm sorry. I looked at
Yeah.
the schedule wrong. But
All good.
here, gonna jump into it. So when you were a kid, going back to the beginning of baseball, when did you kind of like figure out that I'm pretty good at baseball? I could probably do this at the next level, at a high level, collegiately.
I would say I was pretty young. It's probably like 7 or 8 or 9
Mhm.
when I thought I had a chance, and that's kind of when I figured out that's what I wanted to do. Um, that's when I really started obsessing over baseball, I would say.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. So then go to Arkansas. What kind of stood out about Arkansas and their program?
I don't think most people know that I went as a walk on.
Oh,
My kind of thought process was the same as Heston Kerstad's. It was ultimately I wanted to play professional baseball,
mhm.
and I felt like if I went to Arkansas, if I couldn't play at Arkansas, then I couldn't play at professional baseball.
Yeah,
So I
gotcha.
just, if I could make a name for myself at Arkansas, I could play pro baseball. So that's kind of why I went.
There it is. And I know went through kind of like the ups and downs at Arkansas. You had the Tommy John surgery, kind of refigured how you threw a baseball in a way. I saw the story about how you changed your throwing motion when playing fetch with your dog. That was you pitched like in high school, correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. So that was awesome. And then the junior season, everything kind of just came together for you. Insane. Go over some stats: 33 games, one start, 12-1 record, 0.90 ERA. The strikeouts, 131 strikeouts as a closer. Man, you had more than starting pitchers on your team. That blew me away. That's absolutely awesome. Uh, then to go over some accolades: the Golden Spikes Award, MVP of college baseball, best collegiate player, first team All American, SEC Pitcher of the Year, NCAA Pitcher of the Year, Dick Hauser Award winner. List goes on and on, man. How was that junior season for you?
It was very surreal and really crazy. I didn't really think about it too much, to be honest. People ask me all the time, like if I had fun, if it was the best year I had, like as far as like just hanging out and stuff. But to be honest, I just like tried to win games,
Yeah.
and that's all my focus was. I didn't think about trophies. I didn't think about anything, and it almost made it not like I didn't care about it, but I was just
Mhm.
so obsessed with winning
Yeah. It just
that
felt like just felt
everything else
like
just kind of took.
you were doing what you were doing and everything just kind of happened.
Yeah, it just
Ex-
felt like that's what I was supposed to do. So
Yeah.
like I don't know why I'm getting the award for it.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
So obviously we went over the good things. The only sore subject, the NC State series. I know that one. That first game, you guys come out with Arkansas, just blow their doors off. Second game, I want to say it was a closer game. And then that third game, you started actually pitch the whole game all the way up until the ninth inning, 117 pitches. And that pitcher, that I want to say was a freshman, took you deep. And then how was that kind of like in the locker room after? Because Arkansas number one team, high hopes to go to Omaha and all that.
Man, it was kind of a weird vibe
Mm-hmm.
in the locker room. I think it's because I don't want to say it was my fault, but I mean it kind of was my fault.
Nah, no.
But that's what made it weird is because it was me that was on the field that it happened to.
Mhm.
So I don't even know how to describe it. Like the hitting coach, Coach Thompson, was upset. He was apologizing to me. That's a, like he didn't need to apologize to me. Like he felt like it was his fault. I felt like it was everybody was just like taking blame for it.
Mhm.
So it was kind of like a like it was a weird vibe in the locker room. Actually, the guy that hit the home run,
Mhm.
I think he got drafted above me,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, I had no idea. But yeah, I think the vibe in the locker room was kind of dead for a little bit, but then everybody was happy again.
No, yeah.
Pretty shortly after that,
Yeah.
like that's just how the game goes.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, you guys had an amazing historic season. So, but after that, the beet juice. I got to know about the beet juice. Am I sleeping on it? Is it a secret that no one knows about?
I do think it's a secret that not a lot of people know about.
Mm.
I was surprised when I found out about it that not a lot of people know about it. Basically, I started eating healthier.
Mm.
Saw somewhere that added sugars aren't very good for you. So
Gotcha.
I was like, I'm just not going to eat added sugars,
Yeah.
easy as that.
Yeah.
But then I started getting really tired during the game. So I was like, I need to do something. So I just kind of ignorantly grabbed beet juice because I was like, I'm just going to roll with this.
Yeah.
And I guess it was just the perfect decision because beets increase the oxygen in your blood
Oh, okay.
by like 18 to 20%.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it works wonders when you need stamina.
No, I
So,
definitely believe that. That's awesome. So then you get drafted third round by the Padres. Kind of make the first appearance in spring training with the lockout happening. How was that like? Kind of being new to the scene, and this we haven't seen this in the MLB in so long. Kind of just different.
it was. I mean, I would be lying to say if I wasn't to say I wasn't nervous. I was pretty nervous,
Mm.
but even me, I'm guilty of it. Looking back on it, but like I look at like the big leaguers and I make him out to be some superhuman person, just like I feel like some fans do to the players. Like they don't
Mm-hmm.
just realize that we're just normal people.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Very true.
and I did that to them, and realized that they're literally just like me and everybody else, just
Mm.
normal people. Um, and the guys in the locker room, like the relievers that I was hanging out with, really helped me to adjust really well. So it really wasn't a big adjustment. I don't think it's as big as an adjustment as people think um, from level to level.
Mm. Gotcha. So then you come out, you pitching in spring training, got the 3 innings, only gave up 2 hits, 5 strikeouts. Was it kind of like you said? It wasn't the big of jump from level to level, but that kind of moment where you step on the major league mound in spring training. Did that kind of feel different in a way?
Um, yeah, it felt different because I felt like I think the difference was like I was back on the bottom of the totem pole.
Mm.
I was fighting for a spot. And then I would have moments where, um, like when I fielded the ground ball and started running it to first base to toss it, and I like fanboyed over Eric Hosmer.
Oh
I
yes.
was like, this is so crazy. Like
Yep.
I'm throwing the ball. So like that. But besides that, it was pretty normal. I would say.
Gotcha. So have you had that? So that was my next question. If you had that like welcome to the league, I'm here moment, was it that toss to Hosmer just being like, oh my gosh, I'm throwing it to Eric Hosmer right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Or like playing or looking over and seeing like David Ross in the opposing
Mm.
team's dugout, or
Yup.
just anything really.
I can only imagine that. Like seeing people you grew up watching on TV and then you're playing the game with them.
Yeah.
That's just awesome.
Yeah.
But a couple other questions for get you. I know you're a busy guy. Got a game tonight. I know. If you could have any catcher catch for you in MLB history, they play in any era, who would you choose?
Casey Opus.
Casey Opus. All right.
Yeah, that's my college. Yeah,
There you go. I like that. Got to keep it low. Got to keep the connection alive.
Gotta send some love. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you could tell anyone that looks up to you trying to become a major league pitcher, trying to get where you're at, advice would you give them?
Um, I would say that I think the beauty about baseball is it doesn't matter like how big you are, how tall you are. You look at the game, you got really short guys, you got really tall guys, you got guys that don't look like they should be professional athletes because
Yeah.
they look out of shape. So
Yeah.
like, it's just the effort you put in and the things you give up, and just I would say to have confidence in yourself because that's something I still try to figure out, and I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, definitely. So after that, I mean, the last question I got, whenever I get a Kevin Kopps jersey, definitely can I send it to you, get it signed, put it back up in the background for here?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
I got to. My girlfriend's, she's actually from Arkansas. Her whole family's diehard Arkansas fans. So they were absolutely geeked to hear that I had you on, man.
That's awesome.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, Kevin. Can't wait to see how you do the rest of this season and how far you go in your career. Again, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for sitting down and giving me this opportunity, man. I was so nervous going into this, but like you said, just a normal guy, just another person. So I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I get nervous too. I was nervous to.
There we go. It's perfect. Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
You have a good one. All right.
All right. You too.
Best of luck tonight.
See you.
See ya.